Welcome to the day ticket overnight sessions here at Woodside Lake.
Wow, I'm absolutely speechless. Well, welcome to Woodside Lake, and the reason why I'm here, I'm currently on course in Larkhill for the next 2 weeks. Now, I've gone onto the Go Catch website to see what lakes are nearby, and this popped up. It's just 14 miles down the road. It offers an overnight ticket from 7 PM till 7 AM, which is perfect for myself. I can do my course throughout the day and hopefully catch some nice fish throughout the night. Now, I'm booked onto Older Pond. Don't know the stock. I've seen some fish on their Facebook page, and some of them are absolute bangers. So we're going to grab the kit out of the van now and head down to the lake. Well, that is all 3 rods now, clipped up and on the far bank. Now, to make this nice and easy, one by one, I'm going to start from the left-hand rod middle to the right, lowering the rigs in, hand placing the bait in, and I can come back round, clip all 3 of the bobbins on, and that's all 3 rods fishing really quickly, effectively, with minimal disturbance. So we're going to go do that now, and hopefully land a fish or 2 throughout this session. We're now around to lower the first rig in. Now, all we need to do is simply attach the rig, hand place it in, and give him some bait. Just like so. Well, that is me fishing, all 3 rods set up on the washing line rig, and I'm feeling pretty confident. I've seen fish travelling up and down that margin, so hopefully it won't be too long before we land a fish. Now, the reason why I've chose Woodside, I'm down here at Larkhill on a course for the next couple of weeks, and I wanted somewhere close by that can do quick overnighters and just catch some nice carp, and this provided it. It's got 3 lakes on here. Now, I did do an overnighter on the Specimen Lake, but I only had a couple of tench, so I had to walk around this pool before I left, and I could just see fish travelling up and down the margins, and I thought, I don't tend to do washing line rigs. I'm normally fishing linear, you know, the 20-30 acre gravel pits, 100-120 yards fishing, whereas this is nice and small and intimate water. And yeah, some of the fish in here wouldn't look out of place in Sandhurst or Farlows. They're absolutely stunning. So they're not massive. I think the biggest is 29, but there's some absolute gems to go at. So this is night 1 of hopefully 2 or 3 nights that I can get in while I'm on course, and hopefully we can bring you some really nice fish. Yeah, what a start on this new lake. If they all look like this, we're in for an absolute treat if we catch any more. Absolutely speechless. Right, I'm gonna get a few snaps of this, get this one back, and yeah, hopefully a few more. Well, what a start to the session that is. Now, I stupidly forgot to press record, so I didn't get any footage of me playing or landing the fish, but what a fish it is. That would not look out of place in anywhere like Sandhurst, Farlows or any of the big lakes. That fish was just absolutely stunning. And it fell to the washing line rig. And for those that don't know what the washing line rig is, I'll just quickly talk you through sort of how you set it up and why it's so good. Now, using the washing line rig is very simple and it's nothing hard to get your head around. You're simply casting your rod to the far margin with a bare lead, not with the rig on, because if you cast it with the rig on, you could damage the hook, etc. So just casting it across with a bare lead, and then you're walking round to the far margin, you're placing a storm pole in, and then for this instance, I'm using a quarter stow bobbin with a backrest in to hold that in place, and then I'm simply attaching my rig, lowering it in by hand with some free offerings of bait around it, and then attaching the line from the rod to the quarter stow bobbin, keeping it out of the water, and then keeping that line going in the water to my rig nice and slack so no fish bump into the line or get spooked off. And that's simply it. It's very effective, underused. Obviously I don't use it that much just due to the lakes I fish, like linear and that, you're fishing distance in the middle. But if I ever get a chance to use a washing line rig, I will. It's just less lines in the water, it shouldn't spook the carp off, and you can't get a better presentation than simply handing the bait in the water and putting your free offerings around it. So a very underused tactic, but very deadly in the right circumstances. As just proven, we've landed our first fish. So from here, I'm going to sign off. Hopefully I'll see you with another fish. Again, these quick overnighters, they go really quick. I'm on from 7 till 7. It's getting late a little bit now, so I'm going to have some food, have a brew, and see you with the next one, hopefully. But check this one out. Right hand rod, the bobbin, they don't ever just rip off, they just fall to the floor because it's a washing line rig. And yeah, what a start to the morning. It's literally just gone first light and I've got another couple of hours before I have to leave. So this one weighing 18 pounds. Now I wouldn't normally weigh fish, but the bailiff would like to know sort of how much they weigh just to keep a track of him for himself. So I don't mind weighing fish for him. But yeah, pucker. Right, let's get this one back and hopefully we can have a few more before we go. The bailiff did mention that first thing in the morning is when the bites normally come, so yeah, over the moon. Fish number 2.
Well, that is me in the van now, all ready to head back to Larkhill. But before I packed up, my right hand rod ripped off, and then literally 2 or 3 minutes later, my middle rod ripped off. But I'm so strapped for time, so I've got a little bit of footage to show you, and also it's my first £20 carp from Woodside. So I'll show you that now. I'm going to sign off from here because I need to go, otherwise I'm going to be late for course.
Well, check this one out. My first 20 from Woodside, £22 on the dot, and yeah, what a beautiful morning it is. The sun's just coming up in front of me. I've got half an hour left to get this back, get my gear back down and head back to Larkhill to do another day's worth of coursework. Right, buzzing. Well, you join me back down Alderwood Pond for my second night of these overnight sessions. Now I've had to jump in peg 1 because there's a gentleman in peg 2, but tactics still remain the same. I'm going to send them across to the far bank, wash in line rig them, and hopefully catch some of the nice carp that are in here. So without further ado, going to crack on, get set up and get fishing. But that is me now set up in peg 1. It takes a little bit longer when you're in a new peg just to figure out sort of where you want to go. But all 3 rods are out now on the washing line rig and I'm feeling pretty confident. There's not much difference to what I've done yesterday, just a slight change. Now I've gone from the 12mm wafter hook baits to 16mm krill active wafters. For one reason, there's a lot of small fish that were clearing me out of the 12mm and the pellets. So I've still got the 12mm pellets in there, but I've added a lot more 16mm manila active boilies in there as freebies just scattered around. So hopefully with that hook bait being in there a little bit longer and some freebies around it, it can catch me them extra couple of fish. But yeah, looking forward to tonight. That's all the admin sorted, the bait out, so now all we've got to do is sit back and yeah, chill out and hope for one of these fish to come along. So that's what we're going to do now. Get a brew and chill. Check that little coming out. That's my first common down at Woodside. Gave me a little bit of a drama, got me in the bloody weed bed, so had to get the boat out to get above it, get it about above the weed and yeah, slip over the net cord. So I'm gonna slip this one back. I've got the rod straight back out, gonna get my head down. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so yeah, buzzing with that.
This was the second common that I'd landed on this overnight sessions.
Well, good morning, and yeah, we're into another fish. Again, I think like last time, this might be a boat jobby, so I'm gonna get out in the boat now, get this fish in, and we'll have a look here. But it's just gone first light. Sun's not even up yet, so.
Remember, when going out in the boat, first and foremost, safety comes first. And if you're not comfortable, please ring the bailiff and wait for the bailiff to turn up and he will help you free the fish from the weed.
Check this one out, an immaculate 17-pound common. Again, put up a hell of a battle, got me in the weed bed, so I had to get the boat out, but as soon as I got above it, slipped under the net cord, and yeah, what a way to start the morning off. So still a chance for a few more, but yeah, not long before I've got to get back to Larkhill to do another day's worth of coursework. I'm going to slip this one back and chill out. Oh, there we go. Well, unfortunately we're at that time where I need to pack up now. The brolly's just about to come down and that is me done. So yeah, these quick overnighters are proving really productive at the moment, and I've landed some stunning carp. So I'm going to sign off from here. I've got to head back to Larkhill, and I'll see you on the next quick overnighter. Well, you join me down here again for my third night. Now, I've got the choice of both pegs, but because we caught in here last time, I know the distances. I think I'm going to give it another night in here. I've got a bit of work to do tonight, so I'm not going to be fishing hard. I'm going to get the rods out, get the bait out, and then just sit there and finish off the work that I need to do tonight, ready for tomorrow. So I think as it stands, this is where I'm going to set up, and I might even look in peg 2 to see if we can get a couple going on the surface once I've completed what I need to do with work. So gonna head off, set the rods up now, and go from there. Well, what a start to the evening. I sat there doing some coursework and I was flinging a few mixes out, and a few started taking, and I couldn't help myself. I put the laptop down, got the surface rod out. I've just been rewarded with this low common. Not going to weigh it, going to get it straight back and see if we can catch maybe 1 or 2 more before it gets dark. So I don't tend to do much on the bottom rods until sort of late evening, but yeah, happy with this. I'm going to get in trouble for not doing my coursework, but we're catching fish, that's all that matters. Right, I'm going to slip this one back and go again. Well, after having that nice little common, it's gone a little bit quiet. The odd 1 or 2 is now coming up, but there's not a lot of them down here competing. So I'm going to give this 20 minutes and head back, get the rods out on the deck, and yeah, chill out for the evening. Like I said, I've got a bit of work to do, so I'll crack on with that. But yeah, great start, night 3. Let's see how many we can get tonight. Well, I've just zeroed the sling, so we're going to give this a quick weigh. $17.14. Alright, let's take a look at it. We'll check this one out. Another surface caught carp, so that's 2 even before we've gone into night time. Absolutely buzzing. £17, 14 ounces, and again, absolutely stunning carp from this lake. So gonna slip this one back. Got maybe another 20 minutes of surface fishing before I pack it in and get my rods out ready for this evening. Buzzing. Right, slip it back and go again. Well, that is me now in the swim. Now, I'm not going to bore you with getting my rods out. You've seen me cast to the far bank, clip them up on the quarter stow bobbins, etc. And I'm going to sit down now and do some coursework. So I'm going to sign off from here. I'll hopefully see you in the night with a fish, if not first thing in the morning. And failing that, I'll sign off in the morning, and I'm hoping we'll have 1 more session after this. This is night 3. It's going really well, so I'm hoping I can squeeze 1 more night. I can't do tomorrow night because I've got an assessment. So hopefully Thursday night I'll be able to squeeze one in, ready to then head back home to Thorney Island on Friday. Right, I'm going to sign off, finish my coursework and go from there. Well, just a quick morning update, and we're going to update you with a fish. Check this cool little banger out, and yeah, fell to the right hand rod sort of first thing this morning, but nothing else to report. I lost one just as it was getting dark on the left hand rod, got me in the weed bed, and then the hook's just pulled out. But yeah, happy to land this one. Not massive, but again, what it lacks in size doesn't lack in looks. Absolutely stunning. So gonna slip this one back, hand in true style. I've got to pack down and get back to Larkhill before I'm late, so buzzing. Slip this one back now and pack up.
So as you would have seen, that nice little mirror to end the session on. I'm hoping to get one more night down here. Tonight I can't, I've got an exam. And then tomorrow, once I finish my exam, hopefully I get down here for my last night. So that'll make 4 nights, quick overnighters down here. But it's going well. I think we're on 9 fish now, and some of them are absolutely stunning, but just got to collect my washing line rigs, throw the stuff in the van and head back to camp. So I'm going to sign this session off from here, and I'll see you all on the next one, which was hopefully be in a couple of days or so. Will you join me back down Alderwood Pond for my 4th and final night? So this night is the last night to end this video. So hopefully we can continue where we left off, catching a couple of fish each night, and hopefully we can bring you some of the bigger fish that live in this lake. So I'm here a little bit earlier, so it gives me a bit more time to set up, get my rod sorted and get fishing. So that's what I'm going to do now. Well, seeing as we've got here a little bit earlier, I thought I'd quickly show you how the washing line rig works set up on the bank, so it makes sense to you guys that have not done it before. Now, for instance, this is my rod on the bank sticks, on the alarm, good to go. Now all I'm going to do is then cast this lead to the far margin, like so. So now all I've done is I've come round to the far bank and I've found where my lead is, just like so. Now the reason why it's important just to cast a bare lead across, if you cast it with a rig, you can get caught on something, damage your hook, and that's not what you want. Once you come round, simply attach your rig, and then this is where you're just hand placing your rig in like so, tightening up, and then trapping your line in the quarter stow bobbin. Now this line here is now out of the water, and then this line is slack to where your rig is. And simply just hand placing the bait in around your hook bait should get you a bite. It's got minimal line in the water, it just works, as proven on these quick overnighters. So now all I do is I'll show you what happens when you get a take. I'm now the carp that wants this nice krill 60mm active wafter. Once it picks it up, the bobbin falls out of the storm pole, and then your bobbin on the alarm drops back down. And that's how you know you've got a bite. Well, time absolutely flies by on these quick overnighters. That's the only difficult part about getting out, doing it, putting all the effort in, and hopefully you're rewarded with fish. Now, like I said, this is a lake that I've never been to before, and I just stumbled across it on the Go Catch website, and something just to keep me busy and occupied while I'm on course up at Larkhill. And yeah, it's proved really good. I'm actually even thinking about coming back here at some point for a couple of sessions myself in the future, but just sort of recapping on how it's gone. 3 overnighters on here, and I think we've had 9 fish. We've had that really nice black scaly one that wouldn't look out of place in sort of any of the bigger lakes. We've had a nice 22 pounder. We've also had some nice commons as well, a 17 pound common, which was quite nice, and the rest have all sort of been low doubles, a couple of singles, but again, what they lack in size in this lake, they make up in for their looks and just how good quality fish they are, not a mark on them. So yeah, it's been a really good session and I've really thoroughly enjoyed myself down here. So hopefully tonight, like I said, we'll end on a high, and we'll bring you 1 or 2 more fish. Again, if we can get to 10 fish in 4 quick overnighters, that would be just absolutely insane. So we'll see what happens tonight, but I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to get my head down because I'm absolutely shattered after today's assessment. And I'll see you when I see you. The only thing I can apologise about is sort of the lack of footage with me landing fish at night time or first thing in the morning. When I've hooked into a fish, fish has just jumped there now. When I hook into a fish, just because of how weedy it is, most of them have got me locked up in the weed and I've had to go out in the boat and land them. So it obviously doesn't help when it comes to the filming side of things, because I just want to concentrate when I get in the boat. Again, just for safety reasons. So hopefully
we'll have one more to end this video, and hopefully it's a banger. Well, good morning, and unfortunately there's nothing to report last night. For the first night out of the 4 nights that I've been here, I've not caught, but it's not a be all and end all. I've caught 9 fish in 4 quick overnight sessions, and I've thoroughly enjoyed myself down here at Woodside on this older pond. It's a small, intimate lake with 2 swims and some absolute banging carp. Yes, they're not massive, but they are absolutely stunning. So I now need to get my stuff on the barra before the gates open, because I've got one more day of coursework before I can head home. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed myself, and no doubt I will be back here sometime soon. So I'll see you all on the bank next time.